Moms for Liberty, Illinois chair. It's Shannon Adcock. Shannon, it's so good to have you on the show. Before we get into all of what's going on with school board parents, what do you think of the White House pushing President Biden as the education president, and that he's about children? But at the same time, the New York Times is reporting this president has ordered White House aides to not even acknowledge or talk about his 7th granddaughter, Hunter Biden's daughter, Navy, with London Roberts. I mean, where's Nancy Pelosi on this? She keeps saying it's about the children.
What a shame. It's horrible what they've done with that grandchild. And, you know, I have to say, the first thing an education president would do is make sure that schools are actually open to educate students. And instead, Biden and his fellow Democrats, like Governor Pritzker here in my state of Illinois, kept schools closed wrongly for more than a year. So, you know, as Democrats prefer instead to bow to the wicked cabals known as teacher unions, kids across the country have suffered massive, massive learning loss. But interestingly enough, we watched in Florida, Governor DeSantis boldly took a stand to make sure that schools did stay open. And we were grateful to see that leadership. And as a result, Florida students haven't missed a beat. But Liz, if you look at the NAEP data, that's known as the nation's report card, it shows that literacy in math is the worst it's been in decades. Math is down 9 points, reading is down 4 points, and this generation of students is in an academic crisis. Yeah. I wish more elected officials from local school boards on up to the federal government had actually, you know, had the common sense, like Governor DeSantis and perhaps our country's students would be doing much better academically. But President Biden, you know, his administration has been terrible on education, and a sleeping giant has awakened, and we go by mom and by dad.
Yeah, let's watch the First Lady talk about how the president is all about education. You're going to see also a grandmother say she was attacked for speaking out against COVID lockdowns that this White House backed. Watch this.
I knew that Joe would always be the education president, because he knows that our nation's, you know, the success of our nation starts with you. He knows that education is key to filling those critical roles. And I want you to know that he hears you.
I mean, when I started advocating for kids to go back in person, I was called a granny killer, a teacher killer, selfish on Twitter.
Let's get your reaction to First Lady Jill Biden saying that Joe Biden is America's education president.
Well, I hate to say that I think she may be the only person who believes that. I think the vast majority of Americans believe that Joe Biden has so under-supported and under-prepared our kids for what we're dealing with.
You know, so Shannon, your reaction to all that, because we're seeing, you know, new analysis coming in from Ballotpedia that the number of school board recall efforts nationwide already this year is higher than what it was before the pandemic. It's something like nearly 150 recall efforts against nearly 230 officials since the beginning of the year. You're going to see Michigan, California, and Colorado leading the charge, leading the way on that. What do you think?
Well, you know, concerned parents have every right to petition their locally elected school boards on any number of concerns. And unfortunately, in 2020, just like co-founder of Moms for Liberty, Tiffany Justice rightfully says, the curtain was pulled back and parents really saw how the system is failing children. It's failing our children. And so you're seeing that parents across both political aisles, you know, all politicals across the whole political spectrum are starting to really pay attention to this topic of education. And the greatest common denominator is that of parenthood. And parents are centering on this issue of doing right by children, making sure that they are academically successful and reaching their greatest potential.
What are the teachers unions doing and activists doing and standing up against you guys?
Oh, well, they've sued parents. They've literally sued parents who were doing public records requests and who were asking really good questions, because parents do want to be involved and be partners in their children's education. I've been a target by the teacher union in Illinois. The National Education Association has listed me by name in their newsletters, and Moms for Liberty, the organization I started, Awake Illinois. So we are a formidable force politically, and they know it, and they're frustrated by it. But
got it.
Tough luck. We're going to be looking out for our children.
Shannon Adcock, thanks for joining us tonight. Come back soon. We have